city with wonderful talents, with so many people who are so gifted. I just want to know, like, how does, like, what unique advantages does the UAE have on that? Like, what does it offer? Go.
Right. What the UAE has to offer is an incredible amount of opportunity for artists. We have amazing venues, a forward-thinking environment. We're always challenged, and the opportunities are extraordinary. Here, as a band, you very quickly get noticed. You very quickly have the opportunity to do an amazing opening act at Do Arena or Dubai Opera stage. I think the opportunities are extraordinary. So I sort of coming back to the challenge as an artist here is to, what we see is sometimes artists get amazing opportunities really quickly, quicker than you would in another market. And unless you have the maturity to handle that, you perhaps kind of think to a certain extent you've kind of arrived and you get a bit ahead of yourself. So knowing that those opportunities are very, very special and using them as a springboard, but consistently pushing the polish and pushing your act further, not thinking that those opportunities have come because you've arrived. Those opportunities have come because you're in a very privileged space. So that's what I think what is very special here. I think if you do have something, the sky's the limit and nothing will hold you back. If I can just backtrack ever so quickly onto challenges, because I kind of got left out on those.
Yeah, for sure, of course. So sorry, yeah.
But just to touch on one thing, which is for us, legislation is has been a challenge, and the way perhaps culture or the music scene is treated as entertainment and kind of falls under the same bracket. But that's a big discussion and it's ongoing, and I'm hopeful that in the years to come we will see a complete change in the way the creative industries are treated, and that's intrinsic to there being freedom, more freedom for venues to take on local artists without a financial implication that bogs things down. Yeah, that's actually it.
Amazing. Anyone else on how the UAE is helping artists?
I think there are a lot of things that the UAE has contributed towards providing this amazing platform that we have over here. But as I said before, it starts with what the founding rulers have done to open this door of wealth and knowledge that has been given through the various people who have given decades of contributions to this particular field. And I think it's evolving in the right manner. A lot more can be done. But earlier this year, through Dubai Council, they've also announced various initiatives that help talent and innovation and wanting to explore opportunities of bringing international and local talents and collaborating with each other through various initiatives. They're introducing the visa for talents and artists to come over here, call this place a home, and work through various platforms that are available through these scholarships being provided by the UAE government in collaboration with some of the highest ranked music schools such as Berkeley and New York University and so forth. And I believe if we just continue talking and working through such workshops and finding opportunities to explore, remove these barriers and challenges, as Shelley rightly said, the sky is the limit.
And I just want to add one more thing. Shelley and I were just actually talking about it before we started this discussion. We were like, 7 years ago, 8 years ago, if you were to knock on a venue door or like a hotel door and be like, hey, I have this local artist and, you know, I would love for you to consider, you know, booking him or her for your event, everybody is going to look at you like, what's wrong with you? Are you crazy? We don't do local artists. So it's unheard of like 8 years ago. But now that perception has totally changed. And it just goes back to what you were saying. It's our job. It's our duty to kind of keep, you know, keep pushing that perception, that mentality that we do have some incredible talents here, and you need to actually consider these talents and stop booking and wasting your money by booking these A-listers. I mean, I know it's great, and you know, it might bring you the money, it might bring you the fame, it's going to bring you the crowd, but you know, if we keep believing in our talents and giving them those same exact opportunities, they're going to reach to that exact same level.
I completely agree with you on that. That's an amazing thing to say, actually. What can you? I mean, what can you guys do to help like expand the scene in the UAE? How do you think you can grow it?
From a Kiza perspective, we're just going to do what we're doing. We've been doing it for 8 years. We're going to do it, and we look for better ways to do it and bring not the A-listers, as Saif said, but bring those that's just emerging and give them the same opportunity we gave the A-listers about 8 years ago.
Amazing.
Thank you.
In terms of expanding the scene, I think we're in very exciting times where I think one of the things that has been perhaps tricky and slowing things up in the past has been a lack of the scene hasn't necessarily been well constructed, and suddenly with the arrival of Deezer, Spotify, and Rami that's taken hold, suddenly everything in the last year has changed, and I think that that's really super healthy and very exciting, and I think that's going to lead to a lot more communication, collaboration within the scene as it grows up. So moving away from perhaps sort of siloed pockets to bigger discussions and more collaboration, I think.
I agree totally. I think by putting our hands down with regard and not looking at it from a business perspective all the time helps greatly, and just following your belief, as Say said, and your passion and your eye for these various talents and picking them up from youth or emerging stage and providing those opportunities can lead to giving that equal opportunity for everybody to have a foundation and to grow from and reach out to those global opportunities. So we've spoken to so many people over the last 2 to 3 months, and everyone seems to be in consent with that kind of approach. So we'll take it step by step and see where we can work with each other and improve on that. And we can take it, as I said, idea by idea, step by step, and move this industry forward.
You know, we're talking from a professional point of view, but if you step down a little and talking from a humbling perspective, I mean, there are so many ways that we could do to help local artists. But from a personal perspective, you know.
This is, sorry, this is literally the next question.
Oh, okay.
Okay, cool. Go for
No,
it.
I was just about to say that
Yeah.
I've noticed over the years that just offering personal advice to artists could do so much, can go a long way.
It could, yeah.
You know, I get asked all the time, artists jump on my DM and go like, hey, I've just released this new song, I've just released this new album. Like, you know, would you mind just taking some time to listen to it and give me some feedback? And I've honestly felt like, you know, this means so much to them than anything else. If you offer them constructive criticism as a professional in the business, you know, I see things differently from the way that the artists see it. It's the same as being a DJ, you know, from where you're standing is a completely different view from where the crowd is standing. So offering them criticism, giving them time and appreciate what they're doing, and just, you know, offer support and help, and, you know, that could just go a long way for the artists.